Welcome to the Before AGI podcast. We're diving into some super cool AI projects today. And guess what? You don't need a PhD to get started.
Nope, not at all.
Really, it seems like everyone's talking about AI these days. It's almost like you can't escape it.
True AI is definitely having a moment, and for good reason. There's so much potential.
So we've got a stack of articles and videos
Okay,
all about AI project ideas, and these are perfect for beginners, even if you've never touched AI before.
that's awesome. It's amazing how accessible AI has become. There's this misconception that it's this super complex thing, like you
Yeah.
need to be a math whiz or something to even understand it.
Yeah, it can seem intimidating.
Right. But the truth is, there are so many tools and resources now that make it easy for anyone to jump in.
That's what we're diving into today. We've got articles like 17 excellent AI project ideas for beginners to get started and 20 artificial intelligence project ideas for beginners.
Oh, nice.
These are packed with ideas, from building chatbots to detecting spam, even getting into some more advanced stuff like object detection.
Yeah, I've seen those articles. They're great.
And the best part is, these projects aren't just for fun. They can actually help you boost your skills.
Oh, absolutely. Hands-on experience is so valuable.
Yeah, like one article talks about building a sensitive content detector.
Interesting.
So imagine creating an AI that can filter out inappropriate content online, making the internet a safer place, especially for kids.
That's a fantastic idea. AI for good.
Exactly. It's a great example of how AI can be used for practical applications that can really make a difference.
And, you don't always have to build everything from scratch.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. There are pre-trained models out there that you can use as a starting point and customize them for your needs.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's kind of like using a template.
In a way, yeah.
That's really helpful, especially for beginners.
It takes some of the pressure off.
Absolutely. Another article talks about building a resume parser. So this AI could actually go through tons of resumes and pick out the best candidates for a job.
Wow. That would save recruiters so much time.
Right. It's all about automating those tedious tasks.
Yeah. AI is perfect for that.
It highlights how AI is changing the whole recruitment process.
For sure. It's becoming more and more common.
Okay, but what if you're not really into the job market stuff?
Right.
No worries. There are tons of other projects out there.
Like what?
How about building something called a teachable machine?
I've heard of that.
It's basically where you train a model to recognize different images, like teaching a computer to actually see.
That sounds fun. And it's a great way to learn about machine learning concepts.
Exactly. You're feeding the AI data, and it learns from that data to make decisions. It's pretty cool.
It is. It's amazing what AI can do these days.
Now, one article from DataCamp.
Okay.
It's called 7 Exciting AI Projects for All Levels in 2024.
Okay.
They suggest building an object detection system.
Oh, interesting.
So imagine an AI that can actually pinpoint specific objects within an image, like recognizing your dog in a photo or identifying different plants in your garden.
That's really cool. And it has real-world applications too, right?
Absolutely. Think about self-driving cars.
Oh, right.
They need to be able to identify pedestrians, other cars, all sorts of things.
Exactly. It's amazing how AI is making self-driving cars a reality.
And speaking of fun projects,
Yeah.
how about building an AI that can play Super Mario?
Oh, wow. That's next level.
I know. You're basically creating an AI gamer.
That's awesome. How does that even work?
Well, it uses something called reinforcement learning,
Interesting.
where the AI agent learns by trial and error, just like we do.
Makes sense.
It's fascinating to watch these agents figure things out and master these complex tasks.
Totally. It's like they're developing their own strategies.
Okay, so we've talked about some really cool technical projects.
Yeah.
But what about something more creative?
Oh, I like where this is going.
There's this article called AI Experiments that you can try at home,
Okay.
and it features a project called Talk to Books.
Talk to books. What's that?
So you can actually ask questions and get answers based on this massive database of books. It's like having a conversation with all these authors at once.
Wow. That's mind-blowing. So it's like a super intelligent search engine for books.
It's even more than that. It can actually understand the context of your question and give you really insightful answers.
That's incredible. It's like having a personal research assistant.
Exactly. And it's a great way to discover new books and ideas that you might not have found otherwise.
That's so cool. I'm definitely going to check that out.
And they also have this project called Midjourney, which is all about generating images from text prompts.
Oh, I've heard of Midjourney.
So you basically describe a scene, and the AI creates a visual representation of it. It's pretty amazing.
I've seen some of the images they've generated. They're stunning.
It's like AI is becoming an artist.
Right. It's blurring the lines between technology and art.
Yeah, it's really cool. Now, in this YouTube video by Tina Huang, 5 unique portfolio AI projects,
Okay.
she talks about building an AI tutor for coding lessons.
Oh, that's a great idea. Especially for people who are just starting out with coding.
I know. It's like having a personalized coding tutor available 24/7.
Exactly. And it can adapt to your learning style and pace.
That's the power of AI. It can make education so much more personalized and effective.
Definitely. It's a game changer for learning.
And she also shows how to build a content creation app for Instagram.
Wow, really?
Yeah. This AI can actually generate posts with labels, images, even nutritional information for recipes.
That's incredible. So you can just tell the AI what you want to post about, and it does everything for you.
Pretty much. It's like having a personal social media manager.
That's amazing. It would save so much time and effort.
Right. And it shows how AI is transforming content creation and marketing.
Definitely. It's a powerful tool for businesses and individuals alike.
Now, another YouTube video, this one's from Code Basics, and it's called LLM Projects. LLM and Gen AI projects for beginners.
Okay, I'm not familiar with that one.
It's all about building tools with these things called large language models, or LLMs.
Ah, LLMs. I've heard about those.
They're pretty amazing. One of the projects they showcase is an equity news research tool.
Okay, what does that do?
Well, it can answer questions based on financial news articles.
Interesting. So it's like a specialized search engine for financial news.
Exactly. But it's even smarter than that.
How so?
It can actually understand the context of your questions and give you insights that you wouldn't get from just reading the articles.
That's pretty impressive. It sounds like a valuable tool for investors.
Definitely. And to show how practical these LM projects can be, they actually built an ad tech Q&A tool for their own website, codebasics.io.
So their own AI answering user questions.
Yep. It's all based on a database of frequently asked questions.
That's a great idea. It would free up their team to focus on other tasks.
Exactly. And it shows how AI can be used to improve customer support.
For sure. It's all about making the user experience better.
All right, let's shift gears a bit and talk about the technical side of building AI models.
Okay, sounds good.
There's this YouTube video from IBM Technology, 5 steps to create a new AI model.
I have to check that one out.
They talk about how these things called foundation models are changing the way AI is developed.
Interesting. What are foundation models?
Well, they're basically these massive pre-trained models that can be adapted for a wide range of tasks.
Okay, that makes sense. So it's like a starting point for building more specialized models.
Exactly. And the video breaks down the process into 5 stages, starting with data preparation, then you have model training, validation, tuning, and finally, deployment.
That sounds like a lot of steps.
It is, but it's important to understand that building an AI model is more than just writing code.
Right, it's a whole process.
You need to understand the data you're working with, choose the right model for the job, and make sure it's trained properly.
It sounds like there's a lot to learn.
There is, but it's also really exciting, and there are tons of resources available to help you along the way.
That's good to know. I'm starting to get really interested in this.
Now, another video, this one's by Adam Eubanks, Make Your First AI in 15 Minutes with Python.
Wow, only 15 minutes. That sounds too good to be true.
I know, but he actually walks you through creating an AI model that can diagnose cancer.
Seriously, that's incredible.
And he uses Python and a library called Keras.
Okay, I've heard of Keras. It's a deep learning library, right?
Yep. And the fact that he can do all this in 15 minutes just shows how accessible this technology is becoming.
That's really inspiring. It makes me want to start building my own AI models.
That's the spirit. We also came across a really insightful video by Steve from Builder.io.
Builder.io, what do they do?
They built a tool to convert Figma designs into code.
Oh, that's cool. So designers can create a design and then have it automatically turned into code.
Exactly. And in this video, training your own AI model is not as hard as you probably think.
Catchy title.
He talks about the limitations of using these large language models, like ChatGPT.
Yeah, I've been hearing a lot about those.
And he advocates for a more pragmatic approach.
Okay, what does that mean?
So basically, trying to solve as much of the problem as you can with traditional coding.
Okay.
And then using AI to handle the really tricky parts that code can't solve alone.
I see. So it's about using the right tool for the job.
Exactly. He gives this example of his company, Builder.io.
Right.
They initially tried using LLMs to convert Figma designs into code.
How'd it go?
Well, it was slow, expensive, and the results weren't always reliable.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, so they ended up building their own specialized AI models for tasks like image identification and layout hierarchy generation.
And did that work better?
Way better. It was thousands of times faster and cheaper.
Wow. That's a huge difference.
It just goes to show that sometimes the biggest and most powerful AI model isn't always the best solution.
Right. It's about understanding the strengths and weaknesses of different approaches.
Exactly. And choosing the one that's right for your specific project.
This is all really fascinating. I'm starting to see how AI can be used for so many different things.
Me too. It's really an exciting time to be diving into this field.
I agree. There's so much potential for innovation and creativity.
And the best part is, it's becoming more accessible every day.
Yeah. Who knows what amazing AI applications we'll see in the future?
The possibilities are endless.
Absolutely. It's all about finding the right tool for the job.
Now, let's talk about some of the exciting trends and challenges in the world of AI, especially for those just starting out. One thing we've noticed is the increasing availability of pre-trained models.
Oh, yeah, those are a game changer.
And these cloud-based AI platforms like
Mhm.
Hugging Face, Google Colab, IBM Watsonx.
It's like having a powerful AI toolkit at your fingertips.
Exactly. But even with these amazing tools, there's still a learning curve.
Yeah, for sure. Beginners still need to grasp the basics of machine learning, data preparation, all that good stuff.
Absolutely. And another challenge is finding the right data for your projects. There are lots of open source data sets out there, but you got to make sure the data is relevant, unbiased. It's got to represent the problem you're trying to solve.
That makes sense. Garbage in, garbage out, as they say.
Exactly. And Steve from Builder.io, in his video, he really emphasizes the importance of data quality.
Right. He talked about how the quality of your data directly impacts the performance of your AI model.
And then there's the whole challenge of handling large data sets. You need efficient data processing and storage solutions.
And that's where cloud computing platforms really come in handy. They provide the scalability and processing power you need for all that data.
Another trend we've seen is the rise of no-code AI platforms.
Oh, yeah, those are interesting.
They empower people to build AI models without writing any code.
Wow, so even people with limited coding skills can get involved with AI now.
Exactly. Imagine doctors building AI models to help with diagnoses.
That's amazing. It really democratizes AI.
We've seen examples of these no-code platforms like Accio, Lobe, Teachable Machine.
Yeah, I've heard of those. They make AI more accessible to a wider audience.
Now, let's talk about some essential tools and technologies for beginners who are ready to start building their own AI projects.
Okay, let's get into the nitty-gritty.
Well, first off, Python. It's the most popular programming language for AI.
It's pretty much the industry standard, right?
And for good reason. It's relatively easy to learn. There are tons of libraries and frameworks for AI. It's used everywhere from academia to industry.
I've been meaning to learn Python.
You should. And there are some essential Python libraries you'll want to know. NumPy for numerical computing, Pandas for data manipulation, Matplotlib, and Seaborn for data visualization.
Okay, got it. Those sound pretty fundamental.
And scikit-learn for traditional machine learning algorithms.
What about deep learning?
For that, you'll want to check out TensorFlow and PyTorch.
I've heard of those. They're used for building neural networks, right?
Exactly. They're the go-to frameworks for deep learning.
They seem a bit daunting, though.
I know they can be a bit intimidating at first, but there are lots of resources out there to help you get started. Tutorials, documentation, even pre-trained models.
That's good to know, so you don't have to start completely from scratch.
Now remember Tina Huang, in her YouTube video, she talks about using the OpenAI API.
Right. To access those powerful language models like GPT 3.5.
Exactly. It's like AI as a service. You can easily integrate these cutting-edge AI capabilities to your applications.
That's really cool. It opens up so many possibilities.
And then there are frameworks like Streamlit and Gradio for building user interfaces for your AI projects.
Oh, yeah, those are great for creating interactive web applications. You can showcase your AI projects without needing to be a web development expert.
Exactly. They're super user-friendly. And one article highlighted the use of LangChain.
LangChain, what's that?
It's a framework specifically for building applications with large language models.
Okay, so it makes it easier to integrate those powerful LLMs into your projects.
Exactly. It handles all the tricky stuff like prompt engineering, data retrieval, and model chaining.
It sounds like it simplifies the whole process of working with LLMs.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about resources and communities for beginners who need a little guidance on their AI journey. There are amazing online learning platforms like DataCamp, Coursera, Udacity.
I've heard of those. They offer comprehensive courses on AI, machine learning, all that stuff.
And don't forget about free resources like YouTube. Channels like 3 Blue 1 Brown and Centex do a fantastic job of explaining complex AI concepts in a way that's easy to understand.
I'll have to check those out. Visual learning is definitely my style.
And for those who like to get their hands dirty, there's Kaggle.
Kaggle, isn't that a platform for data science competitions?
It is. They have tons of data sets and competitions where you can test your skills and learn from other data scientists.
It's like a real-world testing ground for AI skills.
And don't underestimate the power of community. Join the data science subreddit, the AI Stack Exchange.
Online communities are a great way to connect with other people who are passionate about AI.
You can ask questions, get help with your projects, share your work, and learn from others.
It's like having a support system for your AI journey.
And attending meetups and events, whether they're online or in person, can be really valuable.
You get to network with experts, learn about the latest trends, and get inspired by what others are doing.
And don't forget about research papers and articles. Websites like Archive and Towards Data Science offer a wealth of knowledge from leading AI researchers and practitioners.
Wow, there are so many resources available. It's almost overwhelming.
It can be a bit overwhelming at first, but the key is to just start exploring and see what resonates with you.
You're right. It's all about taking that first step and diving in.
And remember, the field of AI is constantly evolving. So stay curious, keep learning, and embrace the challenges. It's all part of the journey.
Yeah, it's a constant learning process, that's for sure.
So, for our listeners who are now inspired to start their own AI projects, what would be your final piece of advice? Where should they begin?
Well, first things first, figure out what interests you the most. Is it chatbots, data analysis, AI art, or something totally different?
Okay, so find your passion.
Exactly. Once you've got that, dive into those resources we've talked about, experiment with different tools.
Don't be afraid to get your hands dirty.
Exactly. And don't forget about the AI community. Reach out for support, ask questions, connect with others.
It's all about learning from each other.
Totally. And remember, every AI expert was a beginner once. Every line of code, every project, every challenge you overcome, it's all a step forward on your AI journey.
It's a journey worth taking.
Absolutely. The world of AI is full of possibilities. The only limit is your imagination.
So keep exploring, keep learning, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one building the next groundbreaking AI application.
I can't wait to see what the future holds for AI.
Me too. Well, that's it for our deep dive into AI projects for beginners. We hope you found it insightful and maybe even a little inspiring.
It's been a great conversation. I've learned a lot.
Me too. If you're hungry for more AI content, be sure to subscribe to the Before AGI podcast. And for in-depth tutorials and insights, check out my YouTube channel, Ian Ochieng AI.
Definitely worth checking out. Until next time, keep diving deep into the fascinating world of AI.
See you in the next episode.